Okay guys, we finally got out here to get started trapping. This is going to be our second line, and this is going to be our big line for the year. Me and Jeremy's off for about 2 weeks. I've got this lease place. I've got several places people are wanting us to come and set up traps. We do got some rain coming, so we'll show you how that we keep working through that. We're setting up traps today on this place. We'll show you some of that. Today we're just starting to get traps in the ground, so there won't be any catches today, but hopefully every day after that there will be. So been working a ton to get all of our stuff organized. You had to do a little work on the truck. Jeremy's dad, my cousin Clint, helped me out on that. Got all our traps, our drags, cable systems. My brother built me a new dog box. I mean, we have got it set up, so we're ready to go to town. We're literally fixing to get, we ran around this morning trying to find Jeremy something at Dollar General to scoop out his bait with, and we're literally fixing to get the first set in the ground right here. Super excited. Get some traps in the ground, and we'll take you guys along with us. Here we got traps, drags, we got wax dirt in those, we've got our pack baskets. We're fixing to do a system check here on our bait boxes. There's old Jerome. Get everything lined out here. We're going to separate our baits where Jeremy has a box of bait, lure, and urine, and I have a box of bait, lure, and urine. I've got my set making bag. Jeremy's got his set making bag. We can roll out of the truck, him on his side, me on mine, and go to town. I mean, we've spent time to save ourselves time.
Yeah.
But now we've got everything as organized as we can be. I'm super excited about having this truck set up. We'll probably end up getting us some totes, and then once we put the coyote box in the back, we'll reorganize stuff and show you guys that. But this is the first time we've used this system, and we may do a little changing, but I think this is going to work. We're actually going to put our wax dirt in these coffee cans, big coffee can buckets. I got one and Jeremy's got one. That way we can have all our set making stuff in these baskets, our lure making stuff, grab a trap, go to the spot, set it, and keep rolling. Got a weed cutter there that we'll have handy. Got a Pickmatics that we can dig out our trench type sets. Going to be doing a lot of those this year, and then be going. So right here, I'll just show you the very first. Sorry, I've had a cold. I actually don't feel that great, but I'm going to power through it anyways. We got an old road coming down through here, and these cedars that's coming down into this lease, and we actually seen some scat right here on the road. We're going to go ahead and set a trap right here on the edge where this bank kind of hooks up, and set a trench set right here, hang some bobcat flagging, and see if we can get something caught right here. Then we'll roll on down. So stay with us. I don't think you can see it, but down there we've set a bobcat set kind of in this creek and a couple dog proofs. Coming around this road, our thoughts on this is it's fixing to rain and we got to keep everything high, but we've got tracks you can see all down this. Right here in this area we've got bobcat, or coyote, fox, and coon, and for sure those, potentially bobcat. But you can see these tracks right down this road. So on the low side of this road is going to be full of water in the next few days. So Jeremy's standing back here, and we got a knoll with a couple of grass deals. We're going to put a set right there, and maybe just put some trailing scent. It's only 5 feet out there, so they're gonna see it. So, man, I'm pretty excited about this spot.
We've got, this will be what, trap number 8 in the ground.
I think this will be number 8
in a little over an hour.
Yeah.
So we're doing good for the day so far. So, and we ain't even got into good soil yet. So. Eating a bite of lunch because we're starving to death. We've got at least 12 to 15 footholds out, and I think 5 dog proofs. But
putting in that work, son.
Putting in that work.
This ain't for weenies.
No, we've been making a day out of it already, and it's noon, so we're I think we're running pretty good. Just have, what, 30 or so
Oh,
out.
getting a phone call from Dad. We'll talk with you later. Stepped out here to look and see if we could find a place to set. Just literally as soon as we stepped out. We got some poop. Some good old poop. We got a three-way intersection. The road comes around through there, comes up off that hill, and then comes out of here, and there's some food plots and stuff down here.
And there's a bluff of the creek right here too. So
Yeah.
it's naturally having to push them
Real good.
through here.
Real good funnel. I think this spot will be good for bobcat, coyote, obviously, and everything. So we'll get one set in here. Okay, here's a set we put in here at this intersection. It's kind of a double punch hole set. Found some scat there and put there at the back of it, and got the trap sitting right in there. Back off, and when that dries out, it'll blend right in and be good to go. Jeremy's up the road here at this creek, putting in a dog proof. We'll show you that. These dog proofs are the way to go when you're catching coons real fast.
There's a little trail that comes out right in here, and of course the main road that they're traveling to. So pretty good little intersection, and it ain't.
Got old dog proof. We got them on. We got cables and drags where we can just do whatever we want, attach it to it, and keep on going. Got that little creek right there. Move to the next one. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a second, kind of show you where we're at here today. I think we're on about number 20. We're around 20 traps out. It is low power, 130, 135. So we're doing pretty good work. It's helping me a lot to have Jeremy either helping me make sets or making sets on his own. He's out here making one on his own right now, right over in there. He made another one right up here. I've got one right up in here, and then I've got one this old road coming down right out of this old growed up field. So that's where my deer stand was at. And we came down in here by this creek, and there was just tracks all up and down this creek. What it is, there's a big bluff line right over here. Everything's forced onto this side, traveling for lots of miles, you know. And so it's a natural, long travel route. It's not just a little edge of a field or whatever. It's a long travel corridor, keeping all those animals coming through here. So I imagine we'll be picking up stuff here, you know, not just residential, but stuff that's actually moving through here a lot. So we actually set 4 traps right here within probably 60 or 80 yards. We just kind of tried to cover it, put it on sign, but kind of cover where we got the whole area covered. And so pretty good. I'll take you over here and show you some of this. Well, I'll take you. Let's go look at Jeremy's set here. See, they're just tracks. You can see tracks all in this. Some of them's deer tracks, some of them's coyote tracks, some of them's big old hillbilly tracks. I hope I catch a big hillbilly tonight. Right over there's a big prime hillbilly. I'm gonna stay away here. I don't know where he's at exactly. It'd suck to step in Jeremy's trap, but there we go. Oh yeah, he's got a good one there. Got him just a natural looking dirt hole. Man, that looks good. Good backing. That sand makes it, you can bed that stuff like butter. He's got him another one working on here. You can see this old creek. Beautiful. It's beautiful down in here. Our boys has both killed some deer down in here, and now we're gonna work on managing for our turkeys. What you got going, brother?
Well, got her set in here, thinking there's a trail kind of coming right along the edge here, kind of digging it back into the bank. So they have to come around this trail here and almost kind of a walk through and a dirt hole.
Yeah.
So got that tree back there for balking that I tied my drag off to, and we'll see how it works.
Got it
Hopefully.
set. That's what we did on these down here by the creek. Is if there's any like old timber or anything, you can tell where this creek's been up, but we took our drags and just pre-tied them off to trees because it's too open for a drag and it's too loamy sand to stake them down. So we just pre-tied them. These ones that's down in here, we'll see how that works. Doing work, man. This place is gonna be set up tonight. I actually figured we'd have a lot of coon tracks down here, but we ain't seen any coon tracks down in here by the creek. But we've seen coon tracks galore through every one of the creek crossings through the farm. And so we're actually not even gonna set any dog proofs right here. And we'll just set up, you know, when we see sign. We're just setting where we see sign and that's it. Unless it's just a, you know, hard ground and we know it would be good, like any openings to a field that pinches down or anything like that. But other than that, if it's not a high probability set, then we're not setting it today. We're just rolling on good stuff. Excited to get out here in the morning, and we're really hoping for a cat. We have yet to catch a cat, and Remington is dying to catch a bobcat. So that's what we're really hoping for, but we are going for everything that freaking moves on this property. We're gonna hang it. So if you're a trespasser, you better stay back. Jeremy just finished up putting a dog proof in here. Right in the trail. We set them right, there's a trail going right down along this creek down through here. You can see that creek. And so we just set out some Remington Sweet Revenge right there on that dog proof. And then we got this creek system coming down. Seems like these coons are on every one of these creek systems in these little hollers. So what we've done is just decided to set a dog proof on these trails in every one of these hollers.
Yeah, every creek crossing we put one out, so should between 25 20 dog proofs we should have a coon in something.
Yeah, I'll show you. We've got, showed you this morning, but we got, Jeremy's got a bait set and a making set and a dirt set.
Gotcha.
And he's got a sifter, a dirt hole maker, dirt, hammer. We'll go through everything later on, but we got a box full of drags, so we can grab one out of there if we need. We got our box of traps that we're both pulling from. We got our box of dog proofs that has dwindled down drastically. There's our wax dirt. Both of us has got that. So we both just thinking about our system. When you're trapping, it's extremely important to be organized, where you can just pop out of the truck. And so I've been thinking over the last week or so, got me and Jeremy set up, and he can get out on his side, I can get out on my side. His stuff is all down his line and mine's all down mine. Bam, we can go at it. If we need a dog proof, we got it. If we need a anchor to tie off to a tree, we got it. If we need a drag, we got all our traps set up and all the drags on little clamp hooks, so you can just snap it right into your trap. We even do that, like on this one, we did that with a drag. Just pop a dog proof onto a drag, throw it up there, boom, go. So we're setting them out. How many we got, Jeremy? 25 or so?
25 footholds.
We got probably 25 footholds in, which is the hard work, and I know we got probably 15 or 16 or 20 dog proofs in. So sun's going down. We got about another hour or two, and we got another end of a creek that we have got to make it to today. I don't care if we're setting traps in the dark and I'm throwing up. We're gonna set traps down there because it's that good.
This is good.
And that'll be the end. It's the other end of the farm where we showed you the creek with all the tracks earlier. On the other end is the same situation. So we'll set down there, and we're setting on the way there. So anyhow, I just kind of want to give a little update. We've been so in a hurry today that we ain't videoed a ton, but we'll spend more time videoing once we get traps in the ground, and we can slow down and video, show you how we're doing the sets, you know, all that stuff, anchoring them off, you know, all that. There's so much different stuff we'll show throughout the week. So maybe I'll be able to talk a little better too and won't sound like a dead young boy going through freaking puberty or whatever. We're gonna get with it. All right, guys, that is gonna put an end to our day one setting on our big line. We got 35 traps out, I think, today, somewhere around that. We'll count them not counting dog proofs. We got another 15 or 20 of those out. So this is here where I deer hunt. I want to do absolute hammer time on predators. We're going after everything that eats turkeys, deer, squirrel, whatever. We're going after them. And so we're setting this one up really hard. It's our first property, and then we'll start adding some coyote properties and some properties to that. I got a couple of friends that's wanting me to do some predator management on their places as well, so we'll go after them hard on those also. But we wanted to get a really hard day. Didn't have the kids today, so wanted to get a really good day of getting a lot of traps out, and then we'll start adding to that line. We're gonna shoot for 100 sets in the ground this year, and that would be the most I've ever had by far. I think probably mid 50s or 60s, probably the most I've ever had. So that's what we're going to shoot for. Not a ton of information today, but we just want to take you along with our line. Jeremy's down here wrapping up the last set. Oh, there he is. Look at him, the golden hillbilly right there coming on out. I will say it has been nice having a helper today, because I've never had a lot of help laying out these lines a lot, and so we've been able to split up on a lot of sections and set 2 traps on places where we're setting 2. When we get into the coyote farms, we'll set 2 at every location for sure, but sometimes on these bobcat sets, it's like you set 1 and you're just trying to cover ground, so not really needing to set 2 bobcat sets at every one. So hoping for a bobcat. A lot of coyote sign. I already know there's coons here because they've been at my deer feed. Tomorrow morning we'll be checking them. Stay with us, bringing the kids. Gonna be checking this line tomorrow. Have fun with that. Reset, and then add some to another farm. So stick with us as we go on. Like I said, we're gonna give more information. Sit down some, show you my equipment, show you my full setup on my organization, on how I go through with it, how I determine what sets to make at each one, and just kind of more information as we go. I'll get the drone up in the air, show locations, stuff like that. When we make a catch, I'll try to break it down where we really hone in on showing the locations, and it's not just panning around with a camera, where we actually show what's going on. So thanks for staying tuned with us this long, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow.